Oh, this touchdown is what I missed. Okay. So now we have a right leg touchdown. I would say probably right there. Oh, I got that one. Okay. That one. That one. 3.5. Oh, that's 3.2. Oh, okay. I must have done a different one. 3.2. And what you might do, I'm jumping back and forth in between windows, you might put them side by side. That might be easier to do. I was trying to just show you with a bigger screen, but you can do this, and then it sometimes is easier to fill it in this way so you're not jumping around quite so much. Left foot lift off. I think I messed that one up. Hang on, now I've just confused myself. Oh my God, back to the beginning. See, so even I, you know, if you don't stay, like I was jumping around, it's easy to get confused with what you're doing. Okay, so we have left foot, 2.54, okay? Then we have right foot touchdown, 3.09. Left foot lift off, 3.2, 3.19, yeah, right around there. We have that one. Okay, so now we have touchdown, left leg. Oh, I think I was right. I think I just delayed that. Yeah, like around 3.6. Okay. Okay, we did this one too. So this is this one. The lift off of the right leg is 3.7. Now we have a touchdown of the right leg. Again, that black leg is the right leg. There-ish, 4.11. Leg 4 is right leg. Now we're gonna do the lift off of the left. Oh, I'd say probably around there. Maybe a little bit earlier. 4.21 maybe. You just keep doing that. A lot of times you have to kind of go too far and then come back to it. You can use the arrows to go back and forth also on the keyboard. Probably there. Here comes 6-1. Left leg. Lift off, right leg. Right leg. Okay, now things start to get weird here, which means we cannot use that lift off, but we can use the touchdown because it looked okay at the touchdown. So what you do in that case is that would have been this left, or sorry, this lift off of the left foot for this step right here, right? So the touchdown, it was fine, so that can stay regular, but because we can't use that, you put 999 there, and then you need to put a B, a lowercase b before the 0, and that will signal the code later on when this gets analyzed to not consider the full step, to only use like the first part of it. And then you'll need to also do that for this one as well. So then again, it looked okay for the touchdown there, but because it's gonna be weird, like, you mean you can't see anything. You would then put 999 and then put a B. And that's very important.
B1?
Mm-hmm. B1. So it's still the 1 for whichever leg it is.
Right.
The B just is the code to, like, you know, the full step can't be used. So it's very normal that the very last 1 or 2 steps is going to have a B. As you can see, these all have B's, and it looks like they could have even added another one here. But the beginning, for the most part, sometimes we can use a partial step at the beginning, because we do try to get as many steps as possible. So if you ever can get one extra step at the beginning, try to add it in there. So more is better. So that's kind of for an overground walking thing. I feel like I should probably, so I'm just going to tell you right now, gait slips and trips are, slipping especially, is very tricky with step time because the pattern kind of, you go from forward to backward to forward, and even when I sit down to do it, I have to really like think about it. So I'm not going to show you that today, but let me show you a slipping example, like a standing slip, because that's a bit more straightforward. Do you have any questions so far? One other thing. So all of this, we used to change, so this is, all this information is also in here. We used to type it all in for the subject before hitting go. So like after you called the path, picked the trial, like I just hit go. Just to go ahead and tell you what all this is. These D measurements are on the foot tracing. So like D1 is 7.4, D2 22.7. So you can change that here.
So we should add this
Well,
before the start?
I don't know what the official answer is. So that used to be the official answer. I have never noticed it making a difference doing that.
Okay.
Personally, I don't know how Diane feels. Do you still type all this in, or have we let that go?
No, other than
Yeah, okay. I don't think we do that anymore. But just so you know, like we used to do that. I don't know if it ever comes up again. I don't think it changes like the look of it or will do anything. So it was kind of a waste of time. Anyway, but that's what all that means. Like that's why that's all there. But I don't think, until further notice, I don't think you need to do that. I can try to double check on that before I leave if you want. But if he did change his mind and say, no, we have to, then you would do that. But the good news is you could just, well, no, I think you might have to, you could do it all and then just, so like from here, if you needed to load the next trials, if you wanted to go to 7, you can, this can stay the same. All you do is just change that, hit go, and then it'll bring up 7. Again, very important that you see that move. If it doesn't, it probably didn't load, and what can happen is you think it loaded and you'll do it, but it actually will be, like if you start doing it and you're like, well, that's weird, this sure does look a lot like these numbers, you probably are redoing the same trial. So make sure it moves and reloads. So that's now trial 7. Okay, let me find an example of a standing slip real quick. Show you.
So for this session, you just teaching to report the time of the touchdown and lift off?
That's all that is. That's